In the untamed wilderness of West Virginia, where the American frontier was a canvas of endless forests and rugged terrain, there lived a man whose very name struck a chord of fear in the hearts of Native Americans. They called him Death Wind, a moniker that echoed the chilling howls of the winter gales through the Appalachian Mountains. This man was none other than Louis Wetzel, a frontiersman whose life was as tumultuous and wild as the lands he roamed. Growing up in a family of settlers, Wetzel witnessed firsthand the constant threat of Native American raids and the ever-present specter of violence. These formative experiences left an indelible mark on his psyche, shaping him into the formidable figure he would later become. Yet, despite the chaos and uncertainty of frontier life, Wetzel also found moments of camaraderie and connection with his fellow settlers, forging bonds that would last a lifetime. Before we proceed, please like and share this video. Also, subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications for our channel as well. Thanks, and let's head into the video. Born in 1763, in what is now the constant threat of Native American raids marred the northern panhandle of West Virginia, Wetzel's early years. The frontier was a place of conflict and survival, where settlers and Native Americans clashed over land and resources. Wetzel's family, like many others, was caught in the crossfire of this struggle, suffering tragic losses that would shape the course of his life. Yet, life on the frontier was far from idyllic. Constant threats loomed on the horizon, chief among them the specter of Native American raids. Wetzel and his family lived in constant fear of these attacks, their homesteads vulnerable to the whims of warring tribes. It was against this backdrop of violence and uncertainty that Wetzel came of her age, his childhood marked by the ever-present threat of conflict. Despite the dangers that surrounded him, Wetzel's early years were not devoid of moments of joy and camaraderie. As part of a tight-knit community of settlers, he forged bonds with his neighbors that would endure throughout his lifetime. Together, they faced the challenges of frontier life with resilience and determination, drawing strength from their shared experiences and hardship. Wetzel's upbringing instilled in him a deep sense of self-reliance and independence, qualities that would serve him well in the years to come. From an early age, he displayed a natural aptitude for survival in the wilderness, mastering the skills of tracking, trapping, and hunting with ease. These abilities would later earn him a reputation as one of the most skilled foresters on the frontier, as well as a formidable adversary to those who crossed. A precarious balance between survival and conflict defined life on the American frontier during Louis Wetzel's time. Settlers carved out homesteads in the untamed wilderness, facing constant threats from both natural forces and hostile Native American tribes. The Ohio River Valley, in particular, became a hotbed of tension as competing interests clashed over land and resources. As a boy, Wetzel was taken from his home by Native Americans, an event that would ignite a fierce determination in him to protect his family and fellow settlers at all costs. His experiences during captivity honed his survival skills and instilled in him a profound understanding of his captors' culture and tactics. Upon his return, he became a formidable Indian fighter, known for his expert marksmanship and mastery of the knife and tomahawk. The tale of Louis Wetzel's capture and escape is a riveting chapter in the books of American frontier history. At a young age, Louis and his brother Jacob found themselves in the midst of a harrowing ordeal that would mark the beginning of Louis' legendary status as a frontiersman. It was during a seemingly ordinary day in 1778, when the Wetzel brothers were tending to their family's cornfield. The tranquility of their labor was shattered when a raiding party of Wyandot Native Americans descended upon them. The suddenness of the attack left the boys little time to react, and they were swiftly taken prisoner. A bullet grazed Lewis' breastbone during the skirmish, a wound that could have been fatal had it not been for the quick actions of his captors, who managed to staunch the bleeding. The Wetzel brothers were led away from their home, deep into the territory controlled by their captors. For 2 days they endured the uncertainty and fear that came with being prisoners. However, the spirit of resistance and survival was strong in the young Wetzels. Seizing an opportunity when their captors stopped to camp, Lewis and Jacob executed a daring escape. The details of their escape remain shrouded in the mists of history, but what is clear is the indomitable will and courage displayed by the brothers. Their successful return to their family was nothing short of miraculous, given the dangers that lurked in the wilderness. This experience would leave a permanent mark on Lewis Wetzel, shaping him into the formidable Indian fighter known as Deathwind, a name that would become synonymous with the fierce struggle for survival on the American frontier. For settlers like Wetzel and his family, every day brought new challenges and dangers. Native American raids were a constant threat, striking fear into the hearts of frontier communities and leaving devastation in their wake. The struggle for control of the frontier was not just a battle for land. It was a fight for survival against adversaries determined to protect their way of life. In the face of these threats, settlers banded together, forming tight-knit communities that provided support and protection in times of crisis. But even the strongest bonds of friendship and kinship could not guarantee safety on the frontier. The harsh realities of life in the wilderness meant that every man, woman, and child had to be prepared to defend themselves against the dangers that lurked beyond their doorstep. For Lewis Wetzel, frontier life was a constant cycle of conflict and survival. From his earliest days, he learned to survive the dangers of the wilderness with a combination of skill, cunning, and determination. His exploits as a hunter, tracker, and scout earned him a reputation as one of the most formidable figures on the frontier, a man who could outwit and outmaneuver even the most determined of foes. Yet, amidst the chaos and violence of frontier existence, there were moments of beauty and tranquility. The vast expanses of untamed wilderness offered a sense of freedom and possibility that could not be found in the settled regions of the East. For those willing to brave the dangers of the frontier, the promise of a new life and a fresh start beckoned, drawing countless settlers westward in search of opportunity and adventure. As tensions between settlers and Native American tribes reached a boiling point on the Ohio River Valley frontier, Lewis Wetzel found himself inexorably drawn into the conflict. Fueled by a potent mix of anger, fear, and a fierce sense of loyalty to his kin, Wetzel's transformation into the legendary figure known as the Deathwind was swift and inevitable. Wetzel's skills as a hunter and tracker became legendary among settlers, who looked to him for guidance and protection in the face of relentless Native American raids. His uncanny ability to navigate the wilderness and anticipate the movements of his enemies earned him a reputation as a force to be reckoned with, striking fear into the hearts of those who dared to oppose him. But it was Wetzel's relentless pursuit of vengeance that truly cemented his place in frontier lore. Driven by a desire to avenge the deaths of his family and friends at the hands of Native American raiding parties, Wetzel embarked on a campaign of retribution that would make him a legend on the frontier. With a rifle in hand and determination in his heart, he became a one-person army, striking fear into the hearts of his enemies with his relentless pursuit of justice. The legend of Lewis Wetzel goes far beyond the confines of historical fact, encompassing a rich tapestry of folklore and myth that has captivated the imaginations of generations. As one of the most formidable figures of the American frontier, Wetzel's exploits became the stuff of legend, inspiring tales of heroism, bravery, and adventure that have been passed down from one generation to another. In the retelling, Wetzel emerged not just as a man, but as a larger-than-life figure whose deeds transcended the boundaries of reality. Stories of his uncanny marksmanship, his unmatched tracking abilities, and his near-mystical connection with the wilderness transformed him into a mythical hero, a larger-than-life figure whose exploits became the stuff of legend. One of the most told legends surrounding Wetzel is that of his famous encounter with a Native American warrior known as Bigfoot. According to the tale, Wetzel engaged in a fierce duel with the towering warrior, ultimately emerging victorious after a grueling battle of wills and skill. The story of Wetzel's triumph over adversity became a symbol of frontier resilience, inspiring countless tales of bravery and determination. Another popular legend surrounding Wetzel is that of his supposed pact with the devil, made in exchange for his unparalleled skill with a rifle. According to the story, Wetzel's marksmanship was so extraordinary that it could only be explained by supernatural intervention, leading many to believe that he had made a deal with dark forces in order to gain his otherworldly ability. Among his many exploits, the two events that stand out are the defense of Fort Henry and his participation in the Battle of Point Pleasant. Fort Henry, located near present-day Wheeling, West Virginia, was a bastion of colonial resilience against Native American raids during the late 18th century. In September 1782, as the Revolutionary War was drawing to a close, the fort came under a fierce attack by a combined force of British and Native American warriors. The defenders, among whom were Wetzel, his father, and brothers, stood their ground against overwhelming odds. Louis Wetzel, already known for his marksmanship and survival skills, played a crucial role in the defense. His ability to reload his rifle while on the run allowed him to take precise shots even under the toughest circumstances. The defense of Fort Henry was not just a battle for survival, but also a symbol of the settlers' determination to hold their ground in the face of adversity. Earlier in his life, Wetzel had witnessed the horrors of frontier warfare during the Battle of Point Pleasant on October 10, 1774. This battle, part of Lord Dunmore's War, was fought between the Virginia militia and the Shawnee and Mingo warriors along the Ohio River near modern-day Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Wetzel's older brother, Martin, was among the Virginian forces led by Colonel Andrew Lewis. The Virginians faced the formidable Shawnee chief Cornstalk, who sought to halt their advance into the Ohio Valley. After a long and brutal engagement, the Virginians emerged victorious, paving the way for further colonial expansion into the region. Louis Wetzel's participation in these pivotal events is a reflection of his complex legacy. On one hand, he is remembered as a fearless defender and skilled warrior. On the other, his relentless pursuit of Native Americans often crossed the line into a personal vendetta, reflecting the broader conflict and tragedy of the American front. But despite the myths and legends that surround Wetzel, there also exists a kernel of truth, a testament to the real-life struggles and triumphs of a man who lived and died on the American frontier. While the details of his life may have been embellished over time, the core of Wetzel's story remains a powerful reminder of the human capacity for resilience, courage, and determination in the face of adversity. Louis Wetzel's legacy as the Death Wind left a lasting mark on frontier history, shaping the course of events in the Ohio River Valley and beyond. As a relentless defender of the settlers against Native American raids, Wetzel played a pivotal role in the struggle for control of the frontier, his actions influencing the outcome of countless skirmishes and battles. Wetzel's reputation as a fearsome adversary struck fear into the hearts of Native Americans, who viewed him as a formidable foe, capable of striking at any moment with deadly precision. His relentless pursuit of vengeance against those who had wronged him and his family made him a figure of both admiration and dread among settlers, who looked to him for protection in times of crisis. Wetzel's impact on frontier history now extends beyond his actions on the battlefield. His legend inspired countless tales of bravery and heroism, becoming a symbol of the resilience and fortitude of the American spirit in the face of adversity. From novels and ballads to folk tales and movies, Wetzel's story continues to captivate audiences around the world, keeping his memory alive for future generations. Wetzel's legend has inspired countless works of literature, art, and folklore, capturing the imagination of generations and ensuring that his story will be remembered for years to come. From novels and poems to paintings and sculptures, artists have sought to capture the essence of the Deathwind, immortalizing him as a larger-than-life figure whose exploits continue to inspire awe and admiration. Moreover, Wetzel's legacy has played a significant role in shaping the popular image of the American frontier. As a quintessential frontiersman, he embodies the virtues of self-reliance, courage, and determination that were prized by settlers as they pushed ever westward in search of a better life. His story serves as a reminder of the hardships and triumphs of those who dared to tame the wilds of the American wilderness. In the end, the legacy of the Deathwind shows the complex and often violent nature of frontier life. While Wetzel's methods may have been controversial, there is no denying the role that he played in shaping the destiny of the Ohio River Valley and the broader course of American history. Wetzel's exploits as the Deathwind became the stuff of legend, inspiring awe and admiration among settlers and striking terror into the hearts of Native Americans. Tales of his daring escapes, his cunning ambushes, and his unyielding determination in the face of overwhelming odds spread far and wide, ensuring that his name would be remembered long after he was gone. Wetzel's unwavering dedication to the cause of frontier justice was what earned him his place in history forever. Even though people doubted the source of his strength and courage, there is no denying the fact that he was a hero to his community. As settlers pushed ever westward, forging a new nation out of the wilderness, Wetzel's legend lived on as a symbol of the indomitable spirit of the American frontier. Regardless of the violence that filled Wetzel's life, Wetzel's reputation as Deathwind was not without reason. His encounters with Native Americans were marked by a signature move that became his calling card. After making a kill, he would throw his head back and let out an ungodly scream that would reverberate through the hills. This sound, as much a part of the frontier lore as Wetzel himself, signaled the end of another life and served as a huge reminder of the brutal reality of frontier warfare. Today, the tales of Louis Wetzel, the Deathwind, continue to be told, a reminder of a time when the boundaries between civilization and wilderness were blurred and survival often came at the edge of a blade or the barrel of a rifle. His story is a piece of the fabric of American history, one that goes through the tapestry of the nation's tumultuous and vibrant past. Wetzel's life and legend embody the spirit of the American frontier. History will forever know Wetzel for his courage, tenacity, and unyielding will to endure against all odds. Louis Wetzel, the Deathwind, remains a figure of fascination and controversy, a frontiersman whose memory continues to stir the imagination and provoke thought about the complexities of America's frontier history. On this note, we have come to the end of today's video. We hope you enjoyed watching this video and look forward to having you next time we roll out a video on our channel. Once again, please like this video, share it, and subscribe to our channel. Also, please turn on notifications for this channel so you never get to miss out on any of our latest videos. Thanks for watching and see you next time.